Good afternoon. I'm Sandra Thompson, the Director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. Thank you for including me in your annual seminar. Unfortunately, I can't be with you in person today, but I'm honored to provide remarks. I want to start by applauding those of you who work day in and day out to ensure that underserved rural communities are connected to opportunities to prosper. As director of the FHFA, what underpins our work is to ensure that all Americans have access to a fair, equitable, and sustainable housing finance system. Now, this system must support safe, decent, and affordable home ownership and rental housing, especially in rural communities. At FHFA, meeting the affordable housing needs in rural America is a priority. As many of you know, we've been trying to address appraisal comps in rural communities for years. The enterprises support rural affordable housing in a number of ways, through their single-family and multifamily loan purchase activities, the Housing Trust Fund and Capital Magnet Fund assessments, the Duty to Serve program, and through LIHTC equity investments. The Housing Trust Fund and Capital Magnet Fund are funded through the annual assessment placed on Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loan purchases. Nonprofit housing organizations and CDFIs are eligible for funding through the Capital Magnet Fund. The GSEs transferred over $380 million last year to support affordable home ownership and rental housing projects. This year, the 2021 loan purchases by the enterprises will result in a $398 million allocation to the Capital Magnet Fund, a record amount. Through Duty to Serve, the enterprises are required to focus on three specific underserved markets: manufactured housing, affordable housing preservation, and rural housing. Last year, the enterprises supported almost 78,000 units of housing in rural America through their Duty to Serve loan purchase activities. And as you may have seen recently, we approved the new 3-year plans for the enterprises, which increased their commitments in all 3 Duty to Serve areas, including rural housing. As part of its Duty to Serve plan, Fannie Mae is committed to purchasing loans on small multifamily rural rental properties. They will also work to develop a single-family loan product for high-needs rural regions, which may focus on air property. Freddie Mac has committed to developing a capacity-building program for emerging rural developers. They're also planning to roll out incentives for on-time rent reporting in rural areas to credit bureaus. Also last year, the enterprises made over $1 billion in housing credit investments through the LIHTC program, bringing their total investments to just over $4 billion since re-entering this market in 2018. Of the investments in 2021, $287 million were in Duty to Serve rural areas. Cultivating strong partnerships is a cornerstone of FHFA's work, and I encourage all of you to engage with us. We want to hear your perspectives since you're the key drivers to accomplishing our rural affordable housing work. We have portals on FHFA.gov where you can voice your thoughts on how we can address these efforts, or you can call me directly. Thank you for your time today and your commitment to meeting the affordable housing needs in rural communities. I hope the remainder of the seminar is informative and enlightening.